Coming up on Inside Education, as the school buses take to the road, school officials are urging you to be more cautious on the roadway. Also, there are new rules and regulations surrounding the types of medications you can send to the school with your child. We'll tell you what those are, but first, if you haven't registered your child for school, don't worry. There's still time, and we'll tell you how. It's all coming your way next here on Inside Education. Hello, and welcome to this edition of Inside Education, the show that takes you inside the classroom to show you what's happening in the Mobile County Public Schools. Thank you for joining us today. I'm your host, Helena Tyler. Well, the bell has rung and it's the start of a new school year. If you haven't registered your child for school this term, don't worry, there's time. All students, both new and returning, and planning to attend a school in the Mobile County Public Schools are encouraged to pre-register. Parents can register their child either online or at the school their child plans to attend.
So certainly if everybody could get in as quickly as they possibly can so that we can get as accurate as count of the number of students that we have as we possibly could, then we can have balanced class sizes, because in Mobile County Public Schools we start instruction on day one. And it's important, very important, that we know who's coming and the number of people who are going to show up.
Mixon also says online registration is an effort to make school registration more efficient for parents. For more information on registering, you can check out the web at www.mcpss.com. Now, before students return to classes, they need to make sure their immunizations are up to date. Unless they have a religious exemption, children are required to have a certificate of immunization or blue card on file when they return to school. Students can go to their personal doctors to receive the necessary shots and paperwork, or they can visit the Mobile County Health Department. James Dixon, Senior Clinic Administrator of the Health Department's Family Health Division, says they have several locations around Mobile County and will have their mobile medical unit available as well.
The amount of time missed where a kid is sick and there's time away from school and time away from their studies, whereas that can infect the whole school if the outbreak came about where you didn't have your immunizations in place. So it's very important to the overall running of the school, to the education of that child, that they are in line with all of their immunizations and they have their checkups.
There is a small fee for families who aren't clients of the health department. A full list of locations and hours of operation can be found by visiting www.alabamahealth.org. Parents, did you know that sending over-the-counter medications such as a cough drop to school with your child is against the law? When it comes to sending prescription or over-the-counter medications to schools, there's some important information you need to be aware of. If your child needs to be administered medication during the regular school day, parents must provide a parent-physician authorization or PPA form to the school.
We require that a parent or guardian bring medications to school. The student cannot bring it themselves because we have a procedure we go through for each medication that the parent signs it in. The count is documented as well, and so all medications have to be brought by parent or guardian. If your child requires a medication that is over the counter, such as a cough drop or whatever, we still would like, especially our elementary children, to bring that to the first aid office, and we would require an over-the-counter PPA to be signed by the parent in order for us to be able to let them take the throat lozenges at school, but we will allow that.
If you need a form, you can download it, one from the district's website at mcpss.com, or you can pick one up from your pharmacist, doctor's office, your child's school, or by contacting the MCPSS Health Services Department at 251-221-4292. As classes resume, Mobile County Public Schools remind motorists to slow down for school zones and be aware of children waiting for school buses during pickup and drop-off periods. Drivers in both lanes are required to stop for school buses that are loading or unloading with stop arms deployed. The system has a new tool to help enforce this and keep children safe, as stop arm cameras have been installed on many buses in its fleet. Motorists caught on camera driving past deployed stop arms will be ticketed.
Well, typically, if there is a raised median that divides you from the school bus, you don't have to stop. But if it's not one there, just go by the numbers and being safe and just stop anyway. It's always better to err on the side of caution than just to drive right through a stop arm.
The stop arm cameras were installed at no cost to the school district or taxpayers. Mobile County's fleet of 750 buses covers about 43,000 miles a day during the school year and is currently undergoing state inspection in preparation for the year. Well, schools need engaged students, teachers, and administrators to operate effectively, but they also need more than that. They also need parents. Schools need parents who are full partners in their child's education. Students with parents who are involved in their school tend to have fewer behavioral problems and better academic performance, and are more likely to complete high school than students whose parents are not involved in their school.
It's not just about being a member of PTA or PTO, which we do encourage parents to do that, but when you are an engaged parent, that means that you can have a conversation with your child and you know exactly what's going on, that you are an integral part of that child's education.
Reese says there are some things that parents can do to show their involvement. They can visit their child's school on a regular basis. Also, they should have during the summer and before students return, finding out what's going on at the school, what its needs are, and ways they can help. And with the school year getting underway, here are a few tips to make for a smoother transition school term for parents, students, and teachers. According to the National Education Association, students' homes and classrooms are the main focal points of their learning, and both of these elements are working together is critical in the educational process of a child. They do offer a few tips for things parents can do outside the classroom for help their child to be more successful at school. Parents should read to their child regularly or as much as possible to ensure a strong language base. They should also encourage their child to read as much as possible. Now, you should let your children know that homework is their job. Assist them where needed and make sure they do it. It's always a good idea to volunteer at your child's school. Not only are you helping the school with much needed tasks, if your child knows that you are on campus, it may also help with discipline problems. Attend parent-teacher conferences and also get to know your child's teacher. By doing so, you are showing that the educational process is a team or group effort. For more ways to get involved in your child's educational experience, you can contact the MCPSS office School Home Community Involvement at 251-221-5218. Coming your way on Inside Education, it's no-pay meals again for students within the Mobile County Public Schools. We'll tell you how this is possible right after the break. Stay with us.
Children thirst for knowledge, and the Big Station 93 BLX saw an opportunity to fulfill this by partnering with the Mobile County Public School System. Together, they established the 93 BLX Rolling Reading Program. On Thursdays, DJs from the station stop by a selected elementary school to read and interact with the kids. This allows the DJs to help kids foster a love for reading and get them excited about all the new things they will learn and discover by reading a book. Reading is fun, and it starts with us.
The more parents are involved in school, the more likely it is a child will succeed. Children with involved parents and attend school regularly make better grades and have better social skills. Every involved parent makes a difference.
Get involved. Ask about your child's day. Explain how your education matters. Parent involvement, it matters.
You can find more information on parent involvement at mcpss.com.
Your daughter is having trouble learning French. Do you A, hire a tutor,
Bonjour.
B, enforce a French-only rule at home, or C, watch some foreign films? When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers, but that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Hello and welcome back to Inside Education. Thank you for joining us. One Mobile County school has already opened classes. Fundy Elementary students return to classes as the school has transitioned to a year-round schedule. Fundy's new calendar allows for 2.5 weeks breaks at the end of each quarter, with tutoring and enrichment opportunities called intersessions at every break. Students then get 4 to 6 weeks off in the summer.
Students who weren't proficient during the previous quarter, we will offer tutoring in reading and math to try to catch them up. And then other students, we will give them an opportunity to apply for enrichment opportunities, such as gardening, dance, robotics.
Most of the rest of the schedule and offerings at the school will remain the same. Students there will still have access to bus transportation, free breakfasts and lunches, and the same holidays they had under the old schedule. Good says she believes the new schedule will be a hit.
It's going to be the best year we've ever had. We're super excited about our schedule. We know it's going to be great for our students.
The Mobile County Board of School Commissioners has no plans to adopt a year-round district-wide calendar, but will monitor the progress at Fundy to determine the possibility of limited expansion. Once again this year, thanks to a grant from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, Mobile County Public Schools is offering breakfast and lunch at no cost to all its students. Carol McQueen, the district's new Child Nutrition Program Director, says one of her goals is to make sure more students take advantage of these meals. She says her department plans to do some taste testing in the schools to develop more popular menus.
We're trying to retweak some of our menus, making it more kid-friendly to get some of the students that normally might not like certain items into the line.
The availability of meals at school takes pressure off parents from having to prepare breakfast or pack lunches. McQueen says it also helps improve the students' academic performance.
Especially breakfast, that's the most important meal of the day. That really helps them on test scores, being able to think and concentrate throughout the day.
The school district qualifies for the USDA funding because more than 40% of its students come from families who qualify for some type of federal assistance. Well, did you know that if you have a child in Mobile County Public Schools, you have access to Microsoft cloud-based computer tools? Microsoft's Office 365 cloud-based software is now in use throughout the district. David Ackridge, the Systems Director of Information Technology, says the software is not only available to employees and teachers, but students and parents as well.
That suite contains cloud storage, it contains a suite for Microsoft Office, Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, all of the products there, and students have the ability to take those products and install on multiple different machines. As a matter of fact, they have 5 licenses per student. So a household that has 2 students is going to have 10 legal copies of Microsoft Office to put on any machine they want to put on it.
The Microsoft Office suite offers students the ability to do homework, such as PowerPoint, and offers Microsoft Word Office. It also takes the burden of purchasing the program off parents. Students have their own usernames and passwords and can log on at 365.mcpss.com. Most Mobile County Public Schools operate on a bring your own device policy, allowing students to bring their personal devices to school and connect with school's network.
Not all of our schools are participating, but we're growing it more and more every year. Probably about 75% of the schools in the district are participating in some fashion.
Ackridge says he and the system are working to try to get more schools on board, so that number will grow. We know that not every student learns at the same rate. That can make teaching difficult, particularly with something like reading. This year, Mobile County's elementary schools have a new tool to help students of all reading levels continue to learn and progress: the Wonders program. Wonders is a series of connected programs that are uniquely designed to move students ahead seamlessly in their reading, focusing on the same vocabulary skills and strategies throughout a given week.
This is a series that the teachers will use to teach their reading block of time, and that's usually 2 hours, and that will be handled throughout the school day. And the teachers may send activities or books home for the children to read, but the majority of the instruction will take place during the day. And the program basically is designed to meet the academic needs of all learners. So whether you're an overachiever or if you're reading on grade level or below grade level, we have something for everyone.
The new program will be placed throughout the district for the coming school year. Wonders is developed by McGraw-Hill Education. Okay, parents, do you want to know what's going on in your child's school and what's the best way to communicate with his or her teacher? We'll have those answers for you after the break. Stay with us.
Moms, we don't know how you do it all, but you do. You're part teacher, counselor, chef, and doctor. All rock star. And let's face it, being a mom today is complicated and sometimes unpredictable. But it's those precious moments that make your journey together crazy and wonderful. We know your family is why. That's why we're here for you. To make sure more of those moments happen. To make a healthier, longer life possible for you and your family. We've got your back. We're impacting laws that help shape healthier communities. But we can't do it without you, because moms are at the heart of change. So here's to you, Mom. Here's to your hustle, your strength, your love. Here's to impacting the health of our future. Moms United can make real change. Because life is why.
So, Nicholas, how was your day at school today?
It was great. We had fun in class today.
So what did you do differently today at school? I mean, anything, any new projects?
We got a progress report today.
You got your progress reports today? So how did you do?
Don't know.
You don't know. That's okay. We can check that right here. Wow. Nicholas.
Oh, sweetheart. Can I give you a hand?
No thanks, Dad. I got it.
Okay. I'm gonna go fix the lamp in your room.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
For the past few years, the Mobile County Public Schools has continued to upgrade its facilities and is in the process of wrapping up a $100 million building program. Bringing the program to completion will be the opening of the new Chastang Fournier KH School. It's a consolidation of Chastang Middle and Brazier Elementary in a new state-of-the-art facility facing Interstate 65. That will serve as a flagship for the system. In all, the building program includes 18 projects. Executive Manager of Operations Tommy Sheffield says it represents just the latest in what has been a flurry of facilities improvements over the past 2 decades in Mobile County.
Since 1996 through 2017, I know it's a lot of years, but we spent $1 billion on capital improvements. It's new construction, additions, and renovations. I don't think you can go in our county with our current schools and put your finger on a campus that has not been affected with that fund, with those capital funds.
While a new Citronelle High School building opened in 2016, renovation work has continued on the school's career and technical education wing. And exterior work on parking areas, tennis courts, and drainage continues this summer at Murphy High School, which was devastated and renovated after being devastated by a tornado in 2012. And looking ahead, Sheffield says his department is finding ways to work more efficiently in maintaining school facilities, including the streamlining of maintenance and custodial operations. Well, not everyone has time to go to their child's school frequently in person, but parents can still keep up with what's going on at school because teachers in school districts' Office of Communication use a variety of social media and texting methods to keep you connected. The district regularly shares news on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and on its website, mcpssthewire.com. Many individual schools and teachers also use social media, texting apps, and telephone messaging to keep their parents up to date and informed.
I think it's something that our parents have evolved and expected of communication. That's how they communicate. It's through email, through text, through social media. And so we're evolving to that as well. Like many of our classroom teachers, they'll use Remind Me and different texting programs or Class Dojo to communicate with the parents so they know what's going on in the classroom, and they'll be reminded if they're supposed to bring something to school that day, or reminded when the end of quarter tests are, that sort of thing. So we do want parents to know what's going on in the school so that they can help their children at home, and so we want to communicate with them in many possible ways so that we can get the word out about what's going on.
Parents are encouraged to follow the school district's Facebook page for breaking news such as delays or cancellations. Well, once again, it's time for a quick break. Stay with us. More Inside Education in a moment.
Hi, I'm Todd.
And I'm Terry, and we'd like to invite you to join us as we take a look at nature in ways that you've never seen before.
Come travel with us as we go coast to coast to uncover some of the most interesting animals
and some of the most beautiful scenery that's offered outdoors.
You can join us on our nature adventures right here on the MCPSS TV network.
As Alabama's first and largest school system, the Mobile County Public Schools prides itself on the high quality of education we provide our students.
We have been successful over the years in raising our graduation rates
and have been recognized nationally for closing achievement gaps.
We believe that our primary focus is to educate all students to become productive citizens.
This is our commitment to them and to you.
It's a fact. Bullying happens. Bullying can lead to serious physical and emotional pain. But there are some things you can do to prevent or stop it. Stand up for the person who's being bullied. Let the bully know that it's not cool to pick on others. Take action by reporting the bully to a teacher or principal. In the end, when you help someone who's being bullied, you are also helping yourself.
Welcome back. The JROTC STEM Leadership Academy set its sights on the sky recently as cadets were challenged with STEM projects and site visits relating to the theme of aviation. The residential camp included STEM instruction at Spring Hill College and the University of South Alabama. Visits to aviation industrial sites like Airbus and VTMAE and leadership activities such as rappelling and orienteering. Camp coordinator Susan Pruitt of STEMworks LLC says it's designed to encourage students to pursue math and science fields.
They learn what kind of requirements do they need, what kind of academics do they need, and they start seeing that there are some exciting things ahead for them if they do the right things and make good decisions right now. It's really cool to bring the relevance from the classroom of the math and science to what happens out of the classroom in the business industry. So they'll see that relevance and hopefully study harder and want to take more math and science when they see the cool jobs they can get.
More than 150 cadets attended this year's academy, the most in the 3-year history of the camp. And like industrial trades, welding, pipe fitting, carpentry, and electrical work aren't just jobs for men. That's the message at Girls Can Camp, an annual camp at Bryant Career Technical Center where high school girls learn the skills to compete for these jobs.
They can be carpenters, they can be welders, they can be electricians, they can be all these things, and a lot of times do it better than men.
Pettis says jobs are available for young women who want to enter the industrial trades. Even if they don't have the skills learned at Girls Can Camp, the skills can be useful to carry with them throughout life.
If I have to fix something, I don't have to hire someone to do it if I can do it myself, because I have the basic knowledge of it now.
I thought I had everything figured out. I was going to go to law school, I was going to be a lawyer, but this made me rethink so much, and it's come down to be a very, very hard decision. So I think that this camp is amazing, just to learn and retrieve so much information, and it definitely makes you rethink everything you've ever thought about in life.
Nearly 20 girls attended the camp, which was sponsored by Mobile County Public Schools, the Mobile Area Education Foundation, Alabama Power, and several other businesses and organizations. Well, that's all the time we have for today. We'd like to thank you for joining us for this episode of Inside Education as we looked into the classroom of the Mobile County Public Schools. For these and other stories, please visit mcpss.com and the Mobile County Public Schools Facebook page. Have a great day, and remember, a well-educated mind can change the world.